What's up everybody, and welcome to Metal Gear Solid. Now, this game is amazing. Like, this is literally one of my favourite game series of all time. And to be able to play it and record it and just commentate it and just go through it all over again is incredible. I am so happy to have the opportunity to be able to do this. Now, because Metal Gear is one of those games that everyone's like, oh, you know, cutscenes way too long, blah blah blah. These videos are going to be about 20 minutes long. So I'm going to let the cutscenes just do their thing. And you'll see why I need 20-minute videos for these. Now for Metal Gear Solid 4, when I eventually do that way down the line, that's going to be way... in fact, I'm just going to change something here. It's all cool. It stops in the background, so you're not missing anything. Unless you want to miss anything, in which case I'm very sorry. But yeah, there we are. Give it that full screen experience.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now see, this game is incredible for two reasons. One is because, it just holds a very special place in my heart. It was pretty much one of the very first PlayStation 1 games that I ever saw. I mean, my dad used to play him like just all the time. It was just incredible to watch him. Now, I have here the stealth camo because I've beaten the game on this save file once before, and I went for the ending where one of the key characters dies, and you'll kind of, I'll explain how that happens later on, but in this one that's not going to happen because in this other ending that I have yet to do, you get another special item after that. So I'm going to go through. I've got the stealth camo, but I'm going to try and avoid using that as much as possible. So I've already been seen. Oh god. This is not how an expert of Metal Gear Solid plays the game.
I heard him.
No, you didn't.
Where'd he go?
Please don't see me. Okay. So considering I love this game so much, literally the best way to start it.
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
Okay. Now it says that I'd better hide somewhere, but there really isn't that many places for me to hide right now. Just equip the ration for now. And just hope I can bunk down here. But yeah, it's been a while since I've played this actually, so you can kind of excuse me for that amateur mistake. But oh god, yeah, just the Metal Gear series in general is just by far, it's just my favourite. I mean, like, I've played Metal Gear Solid 1 like 3 or 4 times. I've played Metal Gear Solid 2, like, literally, I probably spent about 100 hours alone on the tanker chapter of that game, and if you know anything about Metal Gear Solid 2, you know for a fact that the tanker chapter is literally like 20 minutes if you know how to play the game. But, god, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3, I think I've only played like twice, maybe? And in Metal Gear Solid 4, I think maybe 3 times or something. And Ground Zeroes, played that a good amount of time. Like, I think I've clocked something like 30 hours, which a lot of people were kind of like, oh, it's a 5-minute game. Believe me, if you know how to play it and you want to kind of get the most out of it, if you want to, you know, try and exploit the games in as many ways as possible, honest to God, like 20 hours is what you're looking at. I've kind of gotten to the point where I can't replay it anymore because I have literally played it to death. But I played it to death because I love it, you know? Like, Ground Zeroes is just amazing. And I can't wait for the Phantom Pain. I'm a little bit worried about everything that Konami is doing at the moment, but, you know, we're not here to worry about that. We're here to just play some games, man. So, wait for this elevator to come down. I kind of wish I could use my stealth camo. Okay. So now there's 3 guys down here that I need to worry about. Oh, that's it. That's my chance. Cool. Here we are. And now this is where we get into the thick of it, so we're talking like 10 minutes of cutscene now. But yeah, the whole David Hayter thing, like, the guy is an idol in my eyes, and the fact that he was replaced with Kiefer Sutherland is something that doesn't really sit well with me, and I think it's a little bit of a blessing that Kiefer Sutherland doesn't talk as much as Snake used to, or Big Boss even. Like, you know, both essentially the same character if you know, whatever, clones, whatever. But yeah, like, it's a bit of a saving grace that he won't talk much. But back when this first came out and I first saw this, I genuinely thought the graphics could never get any better than this. Which is a ridiculous thing to think now in retrospect. I mean, like, you know, you see, you know, the likes of of Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain, and, you know, like, even other games, like Drive Club is a really good looking game. You know, Bloodborne looks fantastic. But back then, when this first came out, I just could not believe how good it looked. When you kind of compare it to, like, the pre-rendered visuals of Final Fantasy VII, like, you kind of think, yeah, Final Fantasy VII looked really cool. Like, the pre-rendered, like, cutscenes looked amazing. But then you look at Metal Gear Solid and you kind of think, wow, all of these levels are completely rendered in real time. And you kind of think, wow, so this is what that technology is capable of? And now you look back at it and you think, wow, I can count the pixels. And I mean, if you look at the texture on the block there, like, you literally can count the pixels.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
And we're playing. Okay. So yeah, so hopefully there you can see why we're going to need those 20-minute videos instead of just regular 10, 15 ones. Okay, what was the best way to do this again? There's like there are some grenades over there. And I can't... oh god, there we are. Okay, cool. So I've got some chaff grenades. So basically chaff grenades, they kind of like, they jam electronics and stuff. So they'll jam my radar, but at the same time they'll also jam cameras too. So they won't be able to see me. They won't be able to alert the enemy of my presence.
Surveillance camera?
I love the way he says that. He says that like he doesn't expect there to be a camera there or something stupid. And I always wondered as well, like in that codec call, Snake's like, oh, I didn't expect, you know, I didn't expect you to be so cute. And I've always wondered, can he see them? Like, if the codec stimulates the small bones of his ear, how can he tell that she's cute? Now, is it by voice? I guess you could say it is by voice. But still, it's just... always wondered. Now, I can get in by that duct down there. No, actually, I can't. No, I'm going to avoid that one. There's a camera over there as well. I forget how to do this. Like, you get some people who can speed run these games and they know them inside out. Oh, that was close. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to get in here.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
Also, it's probably worth mentioning, here in the UK, we don't really, we don't get loads and loads of, like, US history and stuff. You can choose to take it if you want, but I never did. So I didn't really know anything about, like, you know, nuclear deterrence theory, you know, America's history of nukes, Cuban Missile Crisis, the Cold War, that kind of stuff. Pretty much all of that I've learned through Metal Gear. So, basically my knowledge is spotty at best and fictional at worst.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure they, yeah, they automatically add themselves. Last time, well, in Metal Gear Solid 2, not last time. In Metal Gear Solid 2, they don't automatically add them, so you need to call them when they tell you their number in order for the codec to remember the number. So there are a few times where I kind of messed myself up there.
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference and we can't analyze the topographic data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay?
Okay, right, so I'm going to save it here. And yeah, we'll pick this up in the next video. Thank you very much for sticking through what is a 20-minute video.
Don't give up, Snake.
Thank you, Mei Ling. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next Metal Gear Solid video.